Okay, so my computer quit working, as you know, at class on Saturday, and then my laptop quit working again, so I'm just not being able to record this for you, so I apologize for that, but here is the treatment plan, and here's just some background on what this family's presenting problem is, and things of that nature. So the family is a Caucasian family. There is a mother, a father, and of course they're a heterosexual couple and they're married. And then they have a 12-year-old daughter, and they are from the lower class. They're definitely working lower class as it is. The presenting problem is that the dad is the breadwinner of the family, and he's also the patriarch, so they depend on him for a lot of things, financial-wise and just structural-wise in the house. He does have a dependency on alcohol. He's very much so still in denial that he has a drinking problem, but he's only wanting to get help for his family. He's only doing it because he thinks that they want him to do it and just to get better. Since he's had this drinking problem, his wife has shown more depressive symptoms since his drinking has escalated. I'm sorry. The daughter's 12 and she knows that her dad has a drinking problem, and all she wants is for him to get help and for her to be more involved in her life and not always, be dependent on alcohol for things. They're still struggling at this level right now where they're at currently with the dad's drinking, because he really hasn't started into that contemplation stage of, oh, maybe I should stop drinking, or maybe I should decrease my drinking. So they're still at that kind of iffy stage right now, but he's just doing this for his family right now. One of the goals for this treatment plan would be for him to attend AA meetings at least once a week for an hour, and that's harder to measure. So an objective for that would be have the father have his AA meetings logged and signed either by his sponsor that he gets assigned at the AA meeting, or the person that's the head of the AA meeting get that signed, just so there's the proof that he went to the AA meeting for an hour once a week. And then another objective is for the father to be active and speaking at the AA meetings weekly and sharing his story and his struggles. And of course, that would also be logged by the sponsor, the head of the meeting, or other people that were at the meeting as well could sign off on it, of course. A second goal is for him to communicate, is for the family to communicate their feelings about the father's drinking with each other as a family on a weekly basis. This family is not very confrontational when it comes to how they're feeling and things like that and expressing their emotions, so they're still struggling with that, of course, right now. So that's a really big goal that I want them to work on within that. An objective for that would be each member of the family will keep a log in a journal of when they express their feelings with one another and how that went about. So just for them to write down the situation of what happened, and then how they expressed their feelings with one another, and then also how they resolved it. And that could also be a really good journal log, just for even their everyday emotions as well. And then another objective, of course, under that would be each member of the family will be open and honest when communicating their feelings with each other weekly. I want them to want to express their feelings with each other weekly and not feel like they are forced to do so. So that's really important for them, just to be open and honest weekly. And of course, the interventions are keeping a journal, expressing their emotions openly with each other, and then of course the support group AA. Now the support group is a individual goal, but that is also it's also going to draw back into being a family goal, because the father's drinking is affecting the family. So by him going to AA, that can help mend that relationship and things like that. And the way that I evaluate this family's progress is I would evaluate it every week at the therapy sessions and just see how their week went, how they started expressing their feelings, how the dad's AA meetings are going, and everything of that effect. And of course, during that, I would use structural family therapy, and that's focused on the family's interactions with one another. So that goes back into the communication of their feelings and how they're communicating. So that is just the way I would do that. And then of course the interventions are the keeping the journal, AA meeting, and expressing emotions that I just said earlier. So hopefully that will, so that's just kind of the guide and the treatment plan for this specific situation and family. So yeah, so this is what I have so far. And it's also really important to know about them being a lower class, because of course, like I said, the dad was the patriarch, and the breadwinner, and so the mom doesn't work, so that's another stressor on the family as well, with the dad's drinking, you know, and going to work drunk and things of that nature. So that's really important to note as well. So those are kind of the goals and the treatment plan that I have for this. So